All right, so good evening once again and welcome to the meeting. Okay. So as I told us earlier, all right, if you're just joining up or if this is your first time of joining the Zoom meeting, Tuesdays are always questions and answer section. Okay. So if you have any question related to crypto trading, investing, whether it's futures, sport trading, margin trading, anything at all, okay? Or you have contributions, you have ideas you want to share, okay, you can go ahead and do that. Just indicate by raising your hand, okay? Or you use the chat section. If you're joining live on YouTube, you can equally use the chat section on the YouTube channel and ask your questions or make your contributions, okay? And then we can communicate that to everybody in the meeting. So for those of you in the Zoom, just indicate by raising your hand and then you have the mic to speak, or you can use the chat section, all right? So whatever queries you send here will actually be taken note of and so on, okay? So with that said, right now, what is going on in the market, we just have to, for those of you who are opening up long positions and the rest, okay? You just have to wait because with this massive long bearish candle in the market, if this closes below, okay, if this closes, this is on the 4 hours time frame in less than an hour, okay, and in the next 44, 43 minutes or thereabout, if this candle closes below, because already it has broken the 19,500 strong level that it has been holding all this while. Okay, so if this candle breaks this way, it means that we may be experiencing, okay, a bearish, a more downward movement in the market and the rest. So you have to be careful. And if that happens, we could be seeing the Bitcoin going to 17,000 or even lower. All right. But anything can actually happen from this moment here. Everything can actually happen, and then that the market start pumping up. All right. So this is on the 4 hours or the daily time frame. That is what we see on all of this. But if you go to the weekly time frame or the monthly time frame, okay. If I go ahead and put in my RSI, okay, let me just put in my RSI just to let you know that. So RSI, go to the setting. What I normally do is put off the RSI base MA, okay? And then I can make this a different color, for instance, make it thicker if I want. All right, so just go ahead and click on OK. So whether on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame, you see that everything is showing that the market is already overbought. All right, the market is overbought, but in the monthly time frame, it has not hit, it is overbought, but it hasn't hit the level as it ought to. Okay, you see that this is still trading on the monthly time frame. This is still trading just beneath the middle band here, which is the average line of 50 here. So anything can happen from here. All right, either going downward or maybe a reversal movement in the market going upward. So you just have to be careful right now. The only thing I can advise right now is for those who may want to take advantage of this market, what you need to do now is, if you cannot buy Bitcoin, okay, look at Ethereum actually. Look at Ethereum, try to buy Ethereum if you can't, try to buy Ethereum, because after the merge that will be happening a few days from now, who knows, that could push the market upward or whatever. We are not sure yet, but it will be good that you have some of this token in your wallet. Okay, there are some few tokens you should be looking at. I like the one I personally do want to buy. Okay, a lot of altcoins that you see in the market there. Okay, if we go to coin market cap, there are a lot of altcoins you see here in the market that you can actually buy and hold. All right, because what majority of the mistake, or what most of us do, the mistake majority make is, right now that Bitcoin is at 19,000, people are still hoping that it will get to 10,000. Some are even saying that this is, the end of Bitcoin and it will go to $1,000 and the rest. I am not sure yet, and I'm not promising anything that it will continue to skyrocket from where it is. Okay, but on a serious note, all right, on a serious note, if you want to take advantage of the market right now, all you just need to do is to buy some of these tokens and keep, okay? Is to buy some of these tokens and keep as much as you can. Buy them and keep. And when you're buying them to keep, you're not expecting that the result will come in immediately, okay? The result may not come in this month, it may not come in this year, all right? But when it finally reverses, when the market finally reverses to the upward movement, then that could pay you a lot. It could pay you a lot. There are a lot of tokens that are below $1 right now, okay? Majority of these tokens that have hit $1 before or above are below $1 right now. And buying them could actually mean a lot to you when the market actually start recovering, okay? So right now I'm looking at a coin, this particular coin. As at the time I looked at it, it was trading around $14 or thereabout. Okay, ENS token. Okay. Yeah. It has actually gone up a bit. So it was trading below this. Okay. It was trading below this. And if you look at the all-time high of this coin, let me see. The all-time high of this coin was okay, around 84. Okay, and this was like 10 months ago. Okay, this was last year. And it was trading around $40-50 sometime this year. So I'm sure of that. All right. And then the all-time low, all right, which was this year. Okay, it was June this year. That was when this coin went to as low as $7. All right. This is 2 months ago, right? June this year should be, yeah, we are in September. That is 2 months ago. So if you're smart enough, all right, looking at this statistic alone without doing too much of technical analysis, and you bought this coin, okay, you bought this coin. Majority of the things you want to do when you're buying a particular coin, you look at, what is exactly the project or the use case behind this coin. Who are the people who are behind this coin? So those are some of the things you look. Let's assume that you bought this coin at $7 some time ago. Okay, you would have been making more than 100% because currently it's trading at $14. Okay, so if you have bought this at that initial stage like 2 months ago, then you would have made more than 100% return on this particular token as we speak right now. The same thing happens even if you buy at $14 right now, with the hope that you're going to hold it for a longer term. Okay, maybe before the end of this year, this could actually give you another 100% return, 50% return or so, without risking any of, let's say, going through fissures by risking your money and the rest. Just buy and hold, okay? But in most cases, some people don't have that mind, okay, of buying and holding a coin for a longer time. They will only wait when we are in a bullish run, when everybody is saying, oh, Dogecoin is actually pumping, Shiba Inu is pumping. When some majority of these meme coin are pumping, that is when a lot of people want to come into the market. And when you come in, before you know, it could be that the coin is already hitting the overbought level, okay, or a new all-time high. And then any moment from then, it will start reversing back. And when it does, those who don't understand how the market works will now say this is a scam. All right, this is a scam. As I speak with you right now, okay, a lot of us did invested in Bitcoin when it was around 69. Some bought when it was 50, thinking that it was a retrace, that from 50 it will go back up to 70 or even hit 100. All right, remember the projection last year where they were saying, oh, it will hit 100,000, it will hit 200,000 and the rest. But unfortunately, it didn't actually hit those predictions or the expectation we all had. But does it mean that this is the end? No. Okay, if you sell at this bottom right here, you are selling at loss, at a big loss, maybe with a 60, a minus 60%, 70 or even 80, or some are even selling at 99.9% losses and the rest. So just hold on to your coin. The time to buy is now. All right, you buy now, you buy down here, and then when it goes up, you sell here. All right, I saw is a video somebody made some time ago, like a skit, okay, where he was teaching children in the classroom where how to invest in Bitcoin. So when it goes up, you buy. And then when it goes down this way from here, when it goes down and it gets to this bottom, you sell. That is not a good investment strategy. Okay, even if you don't, if you are not a business person, just common sense will let you know that that is not a good strategy. Okay, if you are not patient with, if you don't have that virtue of patience, you will not be able to succeed in the crypto market. Okay, so I just had to share that with you. So if you have questions, you have contributions, just go ahead, indicate, all right, and make your input. Okay. All right. You're welcome to the family. The difference between margin and futures trading, okay? They are both in both futures and margin. You are trading with leverage, okay? You are trading with leverage. Now, for margin trading, when you buy any asset, you have access to. The margin trading works differently, slightly different, depending on the exchange you are trading with. Okay, I've used margin trading in Binance. I've used that of Bybit. Okay, and then I've used that of OKS as well. And then I think these are the three exchanges I've traded margin on. But it works slightly different. Like on Binance, okay, on Binance you can borrow. You borrow money. Let's say you have the highest leverage you can go on Binance is 10x leverage when you are trading on isolated mode. All right. But when you are trading on cross mode, you only go as high as 3x leverage, meaning that if you put in $1,000 in cross mode margin, okay, you're going to be getting 3 times that amount of money to buy any coin you want. So the difference is that in margin trading, you pay, there is a percentage that is charged from your account for using that funds you borrowed every hour. So the fees there are charged every hour. While in futures trading, you have your money, you can borrow up to 125 times the amount of money you have in futures. Okay. And then when you buy, you are only predicting and betting. In futures, you are just predicting and betting. Let's say you have your USDT, like $100, and you want to use 10x leverage. So you can get up to 10 times that amount of money, the $100 you have, to trade in the market. If the market goes against you, you get liquidated. Okay. In futures trading, you don't have the assets you are buying. But in margin trading, if you can pay your debt, you can withdraw. Let's say I borrowed money to buy Bitcoin. All right. And then I saw that the market is going down or is going up, whichever way is going in your favor or against you. And I decide not to sell at that moment. I can pay back the debt that I borrowed. If I borrowed USDT from Binance, I can pay them back that USDT I borrowed and transfer the Bitcoin that I bought, all right, in that margin trading account to any of my wallet. And I can keep that for as long as I want. When the market hits my target, I can sell it. But in futures trading, you don't have access to the underlying asset that you are trading with. So if I'm trading, I have USDT and I'm predicting that either the price of Bitcoin will go up or down, whatever way I'm predicting, I don't have access to the Bitcoin itself. Okay, but I have access to the borrowed funds that I'm going to use to trade the market. So if the market goes against me, I lose the money. If it goes in my favor, I am settled back in USDT, not in Bitcoin or any other coin that I traded at that moment. I don't know if that is simple enough for you to understand what I just said, or I just get you confused. I don't know if you understand what I just explained now.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. All right. Another thing you need to note in these two type of trading.
Hello.
Just hold on, please. Another thing you need. Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I understand. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. You're welcome. So I was saying another thing you need to note is that both in margin and futures, you get liquidated, okay? Both in margins and futures trading, you get liquidated. And when you get liquidated, it means that you're losing your money, all right? Okay? So any other question, just unmute yourself, okay, and make your contributions.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, I just want to find out, first of all, because for a long while now, I actually post my future bot. I want to know the edge bot, the future trading bot is still working perfectly. One. Number two, well, last time I actually lost my money. I want to know whether there is any improvement on it now that somebody cannot experience such. And the last one is how much is the bot going for now? Because somebody just messaged me that he wanted to activate. I said you should hold on that. I don't know how much is the bot now. Thank you.
All right, let me start with the last question. The activation of the Meta Futures bot right now goes for $150, okay, 150 USDT for a year. All right. And as for improvement, there have been some improvement for those who want to trade automatically using the Edge bot or the Super bot. Okay, there have been the team has always been working to improve on those bots. But personally, all right, personally, if you know, if you can, just follow the simple trading strategies we are teaching, don't advise anybody to go with the Edge or bot or the Super bot, which is the automated mode. Okay, because one thing, no matter how they adjust that, from your own side, from your settings, the way you treat the bot and the rest, you could be experiencing losses. Okay, you could experience some losses and the rest. So the way I've been using the bot that has been working for me personally is I do the manual or the semi-manual trading myself. Okay, I just pick a coin. I think I shared a screenshot on the Telegram the other day of the coin I traded. It was an evening like that. I just came in and then I looked at the market. I saw that coin was actually shooting up and hitting the overbought level. So I went ahead and opened a short position, and then it started playing out the way I predicted, and I made profit. So since I've been using it manually, it has been working fine. Okay, it has been working fine. But if you don't know what to do when it comes to the manual trading, then I would just advise you go with the Edge board or the Super board. So yes, they are working fine, but you can still experience losses depending on the movement. When there is a sharp move in the market, okay, you can experience some losses.
But has anybody actually used the Super bot to know maybe the difference between the Super bot and the Edge bot, the way it works? Can anybody testify to that?
Yes, I have used the Super bot. The way the Super bot works is it does more of aggressive trading compared to the Edge bot. But for the Super bot to work for you effectively, okay, this is from my own observation. For the Super bot to work for you effectively, you need at least that $10,000 that the bot was initially meant for. You need at least $10,000 for that bot to work effectively for you. Now, if you have a $10,000 in your Super bot, okay, you can be making an average of, let's say, $80, $60, $50 on a daily basis. You see why I don't advise using the bot, but it is going to be consistent for you, but it always make profit. Now, how the Super bot works is that it opens both positions. At the end of the day, it will always close one position with a little profit as against the other position. So if it opens both positions, when this one is like $10, okay, this other one is $8, it will close the both position together. And then the one that is $10 in profit will now be making you, if you now balance, do the balancing and the rest, you'll notice that you're making $2 out of that trade, and so on. So that is how the Super bot works, but it works better when you have a larger amount in your account. Okay, so if you have $10,000 and you're waiting for Super bot to give you $100 every day, why not do manual trading when the manual trading can give you like 200, 300, or even 500 on a daily basis? Okay, so that is basically how that works. The Super bot is still better than the Edge bot, but you need a larger capital to be able to use that bot.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Wisdom, go ahead and unmute yourself and make your contributions.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And thank you, instructor. Thank you so much for your sacrifice in time and knowledge and all the resources you're putting into this training. It's been very helpful for me. I am trying to learn. I'm new to crypto, but your lessons have been helping me. Now, talking about the Meta Futures bot, I think I was part of the instructions you gave during the last Zoom, where you showed us how to set up how to make the settings, the semi-auto trading. Now I want to ask, when you are done with setting up the bot using the sample settings that you gave to us, and you eventually probably find a coin that you want to trade. Let's say you want to short the coin in question, and you open a trade for that coin. What are you expected to do thereafter? Are you expected to keep an eye on the coin to see how it goes about doing the trade, and then how do you know when to go out of that trade, when to stop the trade, and then how do you stop the trade? I know you talked about moving every trade from I think one mode to cycle mode, and then also I'd like to know during what scenario should you use both? When you choose a coin, you can short, you can buy, you can sell, then you can do both. What is a typical example of when you can use both? Can you just probably find a coin that you see the signal that is good for a shorting or a longing, and you just do both? I just wanted to clear that for us. It will be helpful. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so let me try to use the bot. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm trying to project my phone to the laptop so that I'll be able to share the screen.
Okay.
All right, I believe you can see my phone screen, right? Can you see my phone screen?
Just a second. Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to open a trade. Okay, so if I'm not doing any analysis here, but I just want to open a trade to explain to you some of the features that the bot have. Okay. Why I use the bot myself. Okay, majority of the things that is here that we do here, whether it is to open both position, long and short position at the same time, and the rest. Help me mute your mic. Okay, you can always unmute them. Majority of the things we do here, whether opening both long and short position at the same time and the rest, all of that can be done on your Binance account. Okay, but specifically why I use the bot is because of this feature. So already this coin on the 1 minute time frame has retraced down to a level here, like a support. There is every probability that this market can start going up. There is every probability on the 15 minutes time frame here. Okay, there is a probability that this market can go up here again before it come down again and so on. All right, but I'm not sure yet. Okay. So since I am not sure, what I can do is to open a short position, a both position, like open both long and short position at the same time. Because if I say, oh, this market will go off from here, and looking at the market generally, just like you saw my trading view, looking at the market generally, everything is down. So if I just come in here and say, okay, this has actually hit the overbought level on the 15 minutes time frame, and because of that, this market will go up, I may be able to open a long position. But at the end of the day, what if the market goes against me? So it becomes a problem. All right. So when I open both long and short position, I don't stay in the market for long. This is what I do personally. I don't stay in the market for long. So what I do is to set my take profit to 1%, 2%, or at most 3%. Because there is every probability that even if the market is going to go down, it will go up. When it retraces upward, it can go up to 1%, 2%, or 3%. Okay, or it can go downward 1%, 2%, 3%. Now, what I do is I monitor the trade to see where whether the bears or the bulls are the ones who have more power in the market. If the bulls are the ones who have more power in the market, then I can increase the trade profit ratio of the long position. Okay. If the bears are the one who have more power in the market, I can increase the take profit percentage of the short position, and then put this other one to close it early and leave the market. I don't know how to best to explain it, but let me just open a short position here. So once I open a short position, let's just wait for that to refresh. Okay, let me click on the refresh tool to refresh this. Okay, so you see that the trade has been placed. Let it load up. Yeah, so the trade has been placed. Now here, why I may not monitor this trade. Look at my take profit ratio is on 1%. I use this 1% often when I'm doing both long and short position at the same time. But right now, I'm just going to cancel that. So to edit that, I'll just click on the pencil icon and then raise it up to around, let's say I raise it up to 10%. Okay, 20. Let me leave it at 20. Okay, and then click on save. So once I click on save, let it load up back. All right. So now what happened here is, if for any reason this market start going against me, and this is the percentage that you'll be looking at. Okay, if this ROE here that is counting goes against me, let's say by 10% ROE, what I want to do is that already that 50 margin call that I set up, you'll see somewhere around here. You see that it is 0/50. Okay, it is 0/50. Whether I'm here in this trade or not, I am sure that the capital I have can actually cover up to this. It means that whenever the board closes or open days, okay, open a trade for me, it is taking, look at the initial amount I started with 500, it is taking 500. So if it is $10, it is taking $10 from your account balance. If it is $5, it is taking $5 from your account balance. So if you want to cover up to the 50 margins here, it means that you need, if it is $10, that is your first purchase amount. If it is $5 or 500, you need 500 by 50. So you need to have that money on a standby in your account. With that, okay, look at our entering price here. This is our entering price, and then this is the market price. So because it is a short position, it is already assumed that the market, for us to be in profit, the market price must be lower than what the entering price was. Okay. Then if it is a long position too, it has to be the opposite and stuff like that. So then this is the liquidation. Okay. The liquidation is somewhere around here. But when this margin start covering, this liquidation will equally continue to increase. Okay. The liquidation will equally continue to increase. Now, the essence of this margin is to make sure that your entering price is always closer to your market price. So if this reverses and start going in your favor, it will not take longer for you to make profit in the market. This is one of the features why I use the bot. I don't need to be here to be doing this manually. Okay, I don't need to be here to be doing it manually. I can close this trade right now and go my way. And once it hits 20% ROE, it's going to take profit and just close the trade automatically for me. Okay. Another thing I like using here is I want to take profit when the market goes by 20%. Then all of a sudden, as I'm looking at it now, the market now go like 10% in profit. I am seeing it that it's 10% in profit already. We are still left to go, let's say get to 15% or maybe close to 18 or thereabout. What I can do to make more money in this market, I am already risking $500. Okay. When this market has increased by, let's say 18% and my take profit level is 20%, all I need to do is I'll come in here to where it says add margin. Okay. I'll come in here to where it says add margin. When you use add margin in your exchange, the add margin does not increase your profit in your exchange. Check any exchange at all. When you go and add margin in your exchange, it does not increase your profit, but the bot will, what the add margin option for the bot will buy more in the market and then increase your profit ratio, your profit margin. Okay. So if I go ahead and click on the add margin, we have two options here. This one only affects the liquidation. If I use this add liquidation margin, it will now increase this liquidation from this 0.04 to maybe 0.05. All right, meaning that the market we can only get liquidated when the market increases to 0.05. This one will not affect your take profit ratio. Okay, but when you are losing money, it's going to definitely be affecting the amount of money you're going to lose. But this one will buy like additional, what it does is to buy the market more. Now, what I want you to pay attention to before I use the add margin, okay, the add average margin option, before I do that, I want you to pay attention to this. Okay, we're already 3% in the market. Okay, and then this is our entering price. Our entering price is what? 3799. And then this is the market price. So what we can do here is to go ahead and click on add margin, and then we want to use the add average margin. So on this add average margin, I want to add another 500. I'll go ahead and click on that. Okay. After that, I'll go ahead and click on confirm. You can actually look at the changes here. Okay. But I just go ahead and click on confirm. Now, because the percentage is still very low, it goes ahead and triggered. What it does now, as against the liquidation margin, what it just did now is to buy the market more. All right, is to buy the market more, and that is what this margin does for you. This one automatically does for you when it hits the target. That is what it does for you. So you see that. Let me refresh that because it has not reflected. Let me refresh. Okay, so you see that we now have a total of 1,000, and then our entering price, it is now at a 3793 as against 3799. So it is now 3793, and then our market price is this. So whenever the market moves a bit in our favor, as again, let's say if it moves 1%, then we're supposed to make $7. This time around, when it moves by 1%, because we now have $1,000 there, it will now make us $10 and so on. So that is exactly what the add margin option does for you. And that is what this option here, okay, this option here, you now see that it is 1/50 does for you whenever it adds margin to your trade. So it continues to add that margin and then brings your entering price closer to your liquidation, to your market price, so that when it goes in your favor, you go ahead and take profit and stuff like that. So basically, these are just the features that I saw on the board that made me, because almost everything you do here, like open long position and short position at the same time and the rest, can be done on your exchange manually. Okay, but it is automated because right here I can come in here and say, okay, I want to be in this market. If the market continues to move down, I want to continue to continue entering the market, opening positions and the rest. So all I just need to do is to go ahead and click on this circle option, okay? And then it goes ahead. Whenever it hits my target, it takes profit, open another trade. It hits my target, it takes profit, open another trade, until maybe it hit my the number of circle that I want, and then it goes ahead and take profit, okay? So what as for the opening long position and short position, as I told you initially, if I've set this to my take profit level to 2%, okay, or 1%, it means that I would have made profit like 2 or 3 times right now in the market. Because when we opened this trade, it was minus 2%. All right. Sorry. So when we initially opened the trade, it was minus 2%. That would have made profit for us. And then just as I'm explaining this thing now, it has gone to, I think, 2 or 3% or thereabout. That would have made profit for us. If we have put this on a circle mode, it means that we would have made, consistently like 3 times or thereabout. It would have been covered up to like 2 times or 3 times or thereabout, and that would have made profit for us. Okay. So when you analyze your market, right now, if you see, if we have opened a trade in the opposite direction, that would have been in profit right now as well. So what I do is I don't open trade because I want to close the other trade in the opposite direction. No. At loss in losses, no, I don't do that. I just open it. When it goes in the other direction, it takes profit for me. And then when it comes in this other direction, it takes profit for me. So now another feature you have here is that when the market gets to a certain level, okay, when you open a short trade, like this one we have here, and then it goes against you to a certain level, automatically the board will open a trade in the opposite direction, which is that, I think the reverse, is it the reversal margin callback setting or there, but that is what that setting does. So when the market goes against you by certain percentage, automatically the bot will open a trade in the opposite direction for you. So it opens a trade in the opposite direction for you. That is basically what some of these settings does. All right. So now that is why you have here, we now have a long trade position, and then we have a short position at the same time. Okay. So this one take profit is 20%. And then the first one here is 1%. So if it goes in our favor by 1%, it will take profit. And because it is not on circle mode, it will close. The same thing happens to this other one, and it continues that way. I don't know whether I'm able to clear when, some of the questions you asked or so.
Yeah. I think you even brought out a number of some of the add margin feature that you just showed. I've not really explored it, and I'm happy you brought it up now. I think it's a very helpful feature also. How does this? Okay, now when you trade manually, sometimes you have to you have to set your stop loss and all of that. And one of the things that I don't like about stop loss is, you set a stop loss and then a trade that you could have stayed on, let's say, it triggers that stop loss and gets you out of the market. You still look at that trade and you find that the coin eventually reverses and goes in the direction you actually intended, and you would have been in profit, but for the stop loss that threw you out of the market. So, but how does this bot handle such? I know that with the settings, it does a lot of things automatically. So can you just throw a little bit of light on how it handles, such scenarios?
Okay. If you check the setting I shared with you or I sent to you, if I go to that setting again, you see that there's nothing on that stop loss, meaning that in each of the trades I'm carrying out, there is no stop loss. There is an option to set a stop loss in the bot, okay, which is stop loss, hold position, take profit. Hold position, where's the stop loss again? Okay. Where is the stop loss? Stop loss. Take profit ratio, same direction. Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. All right. The trailing stop loss. No, not the trailing stop. There's a stop loss option here. Okay. Stop loss is auto. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So this is your stop loss option here. So if for instance, I go ahead and put in 1% here, all right, it means that if the market goes against me by 10% ROE, it's going to automatically close that trade for me and it will be in loss. You're going to incur some losses if that happens. And just as we have been looking, I don't know whether this got up to 10%. Yes, I believe. Before it opened this position in the opposite direction, it means that one of these might have gotten to 10 or 15%. So if it gets to 10 or 15% and it closes your trade, then you will be losing money. And this is a trade that can actually go into taking profit for you. So since I started using the bot, I don't put stop loss. On my stop loss, I just put 0 there. And the reason for that is because I use the bot to scalp the market. I don't use the bot. I cannot open a trade except when I'm doing this, when I purposely know that this coin may not profit me immediately, okay, and I have enough money to hold for that position. I just open a long position, and then even if the market goes against me by minus $500, I'll just hold that position until it goes in my favor. But while that is happening, I can be opening a position in the opposite direction and be taking profit gradually. So since I started using the bot, I have not set stop loss because my take profit ratio is always between the highest I can go per trade is 10%. The highest I can go in per trade in 10% is 10%. And whenever I look at the market, it will always hit that 10%. It will always hit that 10%. And in most cases, based on the amount of money you are risking, you could be making $20, $10, $70, and so on. So since I started using the bot, I don't use stop loss because I am always setting my take profit to 1 to 10%. Okay. And then if the market goes against me by certain level, instead of putting stop loss, I will open a trade in the opposite direction and then use that to, just lock in profit for myself until now this is what happened. Let me just show you. This is what happened. That is why I said use some of these indicators. If I share this other screen, this is my trading view. Let me go to the 15 minutes time frame because I don't open a trade till the next day. Okay, because I don't open a trade till the next day. What happened is this. Let me open this in a full screen. The chart has disappeared. Oh, what did I do? Okay, sorry. On this. All right, so let me open this in a full screen, then double click to make it full screen. Okay, so you see this movement here. No matter whether we're in a bullish or bearish market, this is what happened in the market. Okay, the market goes up this way, and then it comes down, it retraces back a little, and then it pushes up again. It comes down, it pushes up again, it comes down. This is what gives me the confidence that if I'm opening both a long, that is in a market that I'm not sure of, if I bring this thing back, let's say here, you are seeing clearly here that what's it called? On the 15 minutes time frame, the RSI is telling you that this market has already hit the overbought level. All right. And then you just go ahead and open both a long and short position. Then this would have taken you out of the market. This movement here would have taken you out of the market. Because if you don't have enough fund to hold this position, you see that it just dropped even below the previous retracement here. So it dropped below that. This would have taken you out of the market. Okay. So once you are sure of this, when the market is not ranging, you can only use those long position and open a long and short position to when the market is ranging. Okay, when the market is in a range like this, that is when you open both position. And when you open both position, you are not expecting to make 100%, 10%, 50% in the market. I cannot go below above 1%, at most 3% in the market. And I don't want to stay long in the market because when the market start ranging this way, anything can happen. It can happen that it will break above, okay, or even break below. And when that happens, you'll be caught in between. And when you're caught in between, then there is nothing you can do. Now, before the market start ranging this way, I don't do this on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes time frame. I do it on the 30 or 1 hour time frame. Okay, that is when I know that, because on the 1 hour time frame, it means that the market can range for like few hours, 4 to 16 hours or thereabout, and that alone will give you the opportunity to explore the market very well and take profit. But once you are using the RSI, you just take a position when it goes up, and then take a position when it goes down. Okay, take a position when it goes up, and then when it goes down. Then when it is ranging, it will not hit the it will be difficult for it to hit the overbought, and then it will be difficult for it to hit the oversold level. So it will just be in this middle line here. All right, it goes up as if it's going to be, the buyers are going to overpower the sellers, and then it comes down again. The sellers will now come in and act as if they are overpowering the buyers, and just like that. So when it's ranging, you just use the long and short position too at the same time. But if it is a clear indicator like this, then you just follow the direction of the market, and that way you'll be able to make profit in the market. So you can do this on a 5 minutes time frame. You can do it on a 15 minutes time frame. For scalping, this is what I do. On the 5 minutes time frame, on the 15 minutes time frame, in most cases, I do it on the 1 minute time frame. And when I'm doing that, the profit you will get, okay, the profit margin on the 1 minute, 5 minutes is a bit lesser than when you're doing it on the 15 minutes time frame. The same thing happens when you go to the 1 hour time frame. The same movement you see in the market can equally be seen in the 1 hour, the 4 hours, the daily time frame, and so on. But for the scalping, it means that you don't intend to stay in the market very long. You just go there, take profit, and exit the market. I don't know if that is clear, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes. So if you are using the board, you don't worry about stop loss and take profit. The only thing you should be concerned with is to have enough fund in your account to cover up the margin. If you are going to cover, let's say you are using $20 to cover for up to the 50th margin call. Okay, if you want to cover up to the 50th margin call with the settings made available for you, then you should calculate that your $20 should up to by 50 times. That is aside the initial money you enter the market with. Okay, your 20 by that 50, that money should be available in your account. Then you need to have extra money in case, let's say the market start going in your favor, and then you want to add in more money in the market to make more profit. Then that way, if you add in more money, instead of waiting for the market to hit 10%, you can even make the profit you want when the market hits 1%, 2%, 3%, and then you close the market and exit. So just have enough money in your account and you are good to go, and the board will work perfectly well for you. So one thing I can do here is, I don't know, anybody who set up that board now and you want to initiate a trade with it, just let me know, send me a chat, let me know, and then I'll tell you when I'll be available for a trade, or when I'm ready to take a trade. We can have maybe a Zoom meeting like this, and then do the trading together. Why I'm taking it from my end, you're equally taking from your end, so that you get to understand how some of these things work and get to implement them and so on. But if you want to trade the market on a safe mode, if you want to trade the crypto market on a safe mode, you need to have enough funds in your account. You need to have enough funds in your account. If your target is to make, let's say $500 every day, $1,000 every day, then you should not be targeting that with just $100 in your account or $1,000 in your account. You need to have enough funds in your account. If you have $20,000 in your account now and your target is to make $500 every day, believe me, in the next 2 months, you should be able to make back that $20,000 you have in your account. Okay? But in most cases, some of us will want a $100 account and then we want to make $1,000 with it. It is gradual. If it is $100 and your target is to make $5 every day, stick to that. Don't over, expect, because when you expect that the market will give you 100% right now, and then it moves up by close to 80% and you refuse to take profit, when it starts reversing back, you will find it difficult to close that trade because you will still be expecting that it will go in your favor. And from expecting that it will go in your favor, it will go below what you're expecting. And when you start seeing losses, it will be difficult for you to equally close a trade. That is why a lot of persons get liquidated in the market, because you don't set stop loss. You are not ready to accept losses. All right. And then the next thing is to kukuma lose the whole money in your account. Okay. So please take note of that. But if you need to set up the board and you need me to assist you with that, just let me know. Then we can do that via Zoom and see how it works.
All right, I'll chat you up when I've tried to do the setting already, but I'll chat you up and see if I can catch up with the time you're trading, so I can just follow through and see how it works real time. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you too. Mr. Dan, you want to carry out your first trade right now? Is it right now you want to carry out your first trade? Well, if you want to carry out your first trade, well, you can go ahead and do that. But right now, it depends on how much you have on your account and how much you're ready to use as a first purchase price. Because I think some of these trades I just opened, okay, one has closed. Yeah, one has closed, but this other one is minus 4%. But it will still go back. Okay, it will still hit the target. So if you want to open a trade, what this market is doing right now, BTC is currently at 18,000. This could go to as low as 17. I'm not sure yet. Okay, or it could reverse from this from where it is right now. So I'll have to sit down and look at the market and then tell you whether, because look at where this is sitting right now. Okay, if you trace this back to where my mouse is towards the left, okay, you see that there is a major support at this level. So if it breaks through this support, then we can be going downward and so on. But if not, then this market could just start pulling back from this from where it is right now. Okay, from where it is right now, where it is trading this 18,000. If it breaks through this, then you could be expecting 17 or even going to 16 or thereabout. But if not, there could be a pullback from this from where we are right now. So right now, I'm not taking any trade. I've closed for the day, and I'm not ready to do any analysis right now. So you wait till tomorrow. If there is any opportunity, I'll tell you to take the trade, and you go on you proceed from there. Just get your account funded, fund your Binance account, and then as I said earlier on that a PDF file, if you have $300, just set it to $5. Yeah, $5 will be your first purchase price. If you have $500, set it to I think $6 or thereabouts. So just follow the instruction there. Then if you have more money, you will let us know. We know if you have a money to set your first purchase price to $100 or thereabout. For each trade, you are expected to. You can be making close to anything from $100 and above and so on. So let's see how it works. Okay. All right. So sorry, let me attend to this. The truth is, okay, you can actually trade the market on a very safe mode. You see the features a crypto market that people get liquidated and the rest. You can trade it on a safe mode. You can trade it on a safe mode without losing money, and that boils down to how you manage your emotion. As I said earlier, if you have $20,000, I will not, maybe most especially for those who are just starting up, who don't understand how to do analysis and the rest. If you use the board and you have $20,000, 30 or even more in your account, I would say, okay, as a Nigerian, if I'm making $500 with $20,000, I don't know a business you would do. I know some businesses can even give you more in a day, but if I'm making $500 or even $1,000 every day with $20,000 as my starting capital, it is enough for me. Okay, and then if you are consistent, in making $500 every day, just give yourself 2 months. You'll be able to double the capital you have. So the problem comes when you let's say when I was trading this particular candlestick, okay, that was dropping, all right, it was not even up to 18. I think it was 19,200, and the market closes in profit. So it was 19,200 and the market closed in profit. Now it went down from that 19, okay, till it gets to 18. Currently it's trading at 18 plus. So right now, if I start crying, oh, if I knew and the rest, and then I left this trade, what if the trade has gone against me? Okay, that trade that made me some dollars would have made me more if I've left the trade. But leaving the trade can equally mean that instead of making profit here, the market would have equally gone in the opposite direction, and you would have lost money as well. So when you have enough money, enough capital in your account, the essence of having enough capital in your account is because of your margin, to protect your account from getting liquidated, to avoid you, if you are not using stop losses and the rest. So that when the market goes against you by 1 bit, you add up more money. When it goes against you by 2 bit, you add up more money. And then when it reverses by 1 bit or 2-3 bit in your favor, you take profit and you close for that day. All right. Then at the end of the day, you know that, oh, you started your capital, your startup capital is this amount of money. And at the end of the month, this is what you made. It is very possible to trade the market. Okay. Sorry, for whoever asked this question, it is very possible to trade the market on the safe mode, but you need to avoid being greedy and then trying to make a whole lot of money in a day. Okay. Forgetting that you can come back the next day to, make some more money in the market. Any other question? All right. So if there is no other question, no more contributions, thank you so much for always making our time to be around. Okay. So if you are ready to set up any of the bots, any of the trades and the settings on the bot and the rest, just let me know. Okay, I'll see how best I can help you out. And maybe Mr. Dan, just chat me up tomorrow. We'll see how best we can, if I carry out any trade, I'll let you know. You go ahead and take the trade on your end as well, so that we'll see how that works for you. Thank you. And yeah, we'll draw the line here. So do have a wonderful night rest, and I'll see you guys in our next Zoom meeting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
All right. So.